Hi everyone, welcome back to Words of Wisdom. Thank you to my subscribers. I am truly grateful to each and every one of you. This is titled Choose You. So I'm just sitting at home, peacefully, quietly, enjoying my own space. All of a sudden, I get this download. And something hit me like a ton of bricks. All of a sudden, I just yelled, no way in hell. I am not going back to what I already walked away from. Who would do that? If any of you walked away from a relationship whenever, the past, the recent past, long time ago, whenever, if any of you walked away from a relationship where you were mistreated, right? I was in a relationship where it was like I was a secret. Right? In public, there was no holding hands, no public display of affection, none of that. I felt like I was a secret. Why the hell would I want to go back to that? That person had their chance to prove and show me who they were. And they did. He did. And there's no way in hell will I go back to that, ever. Okay? I already know there are people from my past still trying to hold on. I could feel it, but I just sage it away. I have my salt baths, right? Wash my hands with salt. I do everything, okay? They are still trying to reach back into something I've already outgrown. But I'm not there anymore. That version of me is long gone because now my focus is simple, me. And I mean that in the healthiest, most honest way possible, okay? They can hang on to me as long as they want. They can try to peek and watch, tarot readers on YouTube and see what's going on in my life. But the universe is not going to divulge that. I'm protected. And any of you who have walked a road like this where you've endured a lot in your life, you've been through lesson after lesson after lesson, you've learned, and now you've learned to keep your private life private. And anybody that asks questions about your private life, those are the ones you want to stay away from. That's just crystal clear in my eyes, right? Anybody that wants to pry into my life, I don't want them in my life. Done. I don't give people second chances or anything anymore. That's it. That's all. I'm an open book and I make it quite clear as to what it is that I want and what I expect from a person who wants to be with me. And there's going to be no mistakes this time. I'm done with that. Too old for that. People want to pry into my life and try to figure out who I'm with, what I'm doing. How about focus on your life, right? Why don't you focus on your life? Why don't you leave my life alone? But honestly, I feel like a star. I feel like a star because I've got so many people who just want to know what I'm up to, what I'm doing. Am I with someone? Who is it? Right? Where do I work? What are my plans? Everything. That's none of their business. I will share what I want with whom I want. And nowadays, I've learned a hard lesson. Nobody gets to know anything about my life. Period. That's it. We're all supposed to come back to a place of ourselves, learning ourselves, understanding ourselves, loving ourselves. Okay? And if you don't love yourself yet, don't shame yourself for it. That's okay. You'll get there. Okay? But don't stay there either. Heal. Ask for help. Do the inner work. Do whatever it takes. Because on the other side of that work, okay, it isn't just feeling better. It's peace, real peace. And once you feel it, you will never again trade it for the wrong person again. I've learned this the hard way. Years of overgiving, overloving, overpouring into people who couldn't even meet me halfway. Trying to be enough for someone who was never trying to grow with me until life finally stepped in and said, enough. And instead of fighting it this time, I listened because sometimes the universe doesn't ask you to change. It moves you. And looking back now, I understand it clearly, crystal clear, that chapter had to end. And here's the truth people don't always want to hear, right? You cannot force someone to grow. You cannot love someone into becoming the version you need them to be. If you have to ask a person to love you in a way that you need, that's the wrong person for you. If you want a person to dress a certain way, that's the wrong person for you. If you want to have tell a person that you're with to speak a certain way or act a certain way or change who they are, that's the wrong person for you. Period. Okay? And if you constantly have to explain how to love you, how to show up for you, how to treat you, then they are not your person. Real connection doesn't feel like chasing. It doesn't feel like begging. It feels aligned. Now, don't get me wrong. Relationships aren't perfect, okay? They have seasons. They have challenges. They require effort. But when two people are truly aligned, you don't feel like you're pulling everything alone. You work through things together, not against each other. And if you're in something right now where you feel unseen, unheard, or emotionally alone, then speak up. Be honest. Have that conversation, okay? Have the conversation you've been avoiding. Look them in the eye and tell them the truth. And if nothing changes, then you already have your answer. Because staying in something that constantly drains you is not love. It's self-abandonment. And yet, if you have children, I need you to hear this clearly. You can still choose peace without destroying everything. You can still move with respect. You can still coexist with maturity. Because family doesn't always end when a relationship changes, but it does evolve. At the end of the day, this is your life, not anyone else's. Nobody gets to define your worth. Nobody gets to decide what you deserve. And if you're unhappy, don't just sit in it. Ask yourself why, then do something about it. Stop pouring energy into what keeps breaking you. Stop choosing people who aren't choosing you. Redirect your energy back into you, because where your energy goes, your life follows. So make sure it's going somewhere that actually gives back. And listen, there's so much heaviness in the world right now, so much distraction, so much disconnection, but we don't have to live from that place. We get to choose differently. You get to choose differently. You get to choose growth. You get to choose peace. You get to choose love that starts within first. Okay? And if someone isn't ready for that, let them be, okay? Let them be and stay where they are. Not everyone is on your life, your timeline. Okay? I was going to say your lifeline, but your timeline. But if something in you is ready right now, don't delay it. Don't overthink it. Don't look back. Choose you. Because the moment you truly choose yourself, everything changes. And that's when life finally starts to feel like it's yours again. Trust and believe. I have had to leave a whole plethora of people in my past in the past, and I left them there. It's the past for a reason. It's called the past for a reason. Okay? I have been used, abused, and washed up. Done. I've had people throw black magic my way trying to keep me and people separate. Okay, well, guess what? You don't have to perform black magic to keep me away from someone. All right? Obviously, that's not the right person for me. I've left so many people in my past, and man, am I grateful. I'm getting blessings after blessings after blessings. And how do you get that? By choosing you first and always. If you're in a relationship that you're not happy with, get out. If you have to tell someone how to love you, get out of it. It's not the right person. The right person will be aligned with your alignment. It will be easy. It will. Trust me. I'm in it. I'm living it. I'm living proof of it. Trust and believe. You come first. You do you, and you do whatever it takes to make you happy first, but authentically happy. Don't try to fit in with other people, because that's not authentic. That's wearing a mask, and that's only going to send you down a bad path, okay? It really will. And I think you know this. Just choose you. And it's not bad to end a relationship. It doesn't have to end nasty, disrespectful, stressful, hurtful. It doesn't have to end like that. Just communicate and say, it's not for you. I'm sorry. I'm always going to love you because I did, or whatever. You need someone to help you out. I want to be there for you. And I hope that's, the shoe's on the other foot. That's all it should be about. There should be no hate. We need to spread more love. This world has enough hate. And we, as visitors on this earth, we have the power to change that. We have the power to spread the love. And when you spread love, you make someone else feel good. And then when they feel good, it goes again. It goes to another person, so on and so forth. We can do this, you guys. We have the power to change this world. Let's start spreading love, but love yourself first. First and foremost is you. And when you are genuinely happy, watch and see what happens to your life. You don't have to look for a relationship. If that's what you want, that's fine. But love yourself first. Make sure you're all healed up. I have no animosity against my ex, who did me wrong on so many levels. So many levels. Okay? To the point where he wanted my life to end. I just gave it to God. Here you go, God. I'm not dealing with this today. I'm busy healing. You handle this. Okay? And I did. I've forgiven a long time ago because I realize forgiving is not for anyone else. It's for you. It's for me. I forgave for me to heal, to grow, to move forward, and to focus on myself, focus on my life. My circle of friends is extremely small. Like, I have 3 friends. 3 friends I can truly trust. And that's all I need. The others I would call like bar buddies. Well, I don't go to bars, but there's a bar/restaurant that's in my neighborhood. And I go there and, they're acquaintances. I share nothing with those people because I don't trust them. I don't sit with them very often. I will say, hello, how are you? Good to see you, and move on to a different chair. Because why would I want to sit with somebody that I don't trust? Why would I welcome that into my life if I don't trust someone? Why would I want them in my circle? It makes absolutely no sense. But once you choose you and you are authentic to yourself and you heal, you're going to constantly heal in life. Nobody will ever be thoroughly healed indefinitely. You don't just heal yourself and boom, you're done. No. There's always going to be little tests in life for us to heal different things, different aspects of ourselves. And that's okay. That's growth. That's evolution. But when you authentically choose you, just watch what happens in your life. If it is a relationship you're wanting, you don't have to go out and look for it. Don't approach it. Don't do anything with it. Because what's meant for you will never pass you by. When it's yours, it is written, it will happen. Trust and believe. Okay, you guys, I've got a boot. Choose you. Because the moment you truly choose yourself, everything changes. And that's when life finally starts to feel like it's yours again. If this message found you, don't ignore it. Because you didn't just hear this by accident. You were meant to hear it. And if it spoke to your heart, don't keep it to yourself. Like this video so more people who are silently struggling can find it too. Share it with someone you care about. Someone you know is losing themselves in the wrong love, the wrong patterns, the wrong spaces. And subscribe. Subscribe for reminders to come back to yourself, to your worth, and to your peace when life starts pulling you away from it. Because this space isn't about perfection. It's about truth. It's about healing. It's about choosing you again and again until it finally sticks. We're walking this journey together, everyone. One step closer to peace, one decision closer to freedom, and one day closer to becoming who you were always meant to be. I love you so very much. God bless and take care.